And talking of compassion, how about if you run a pub or go to a pub? Because according to figures out now from the British Beer and Pub Association, right, 378 sites will shut across England, Wales and Scotland before the end of the year, which basically means that pub numbers will get to their lowest level in a century. That's one pub closing every single day from now till the end of the year. Thanks to Rachel Reeves. Let's talk to Torrin McLaughlin, spokesperson for the British Beer and Pub Association. Torrin, very good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Mike.
Thanks for joining us. I mean, we all know already that the hospitality business has taken a massive hit since the national insurance hike. I think 69,000 jobs have gone in hospitality, from what I understand, since the April national insurance rise. This looks like it possibly another 6,000 jobs being lost by the end of the year. It's a disaster, isn't it?
It's really tough out there. It's really tough out there if you're running a pub. The budget last year, and alongside with EPR costs, we estimate that that's cost the sector about 850 million, and that's on top of being one of the highest taxed industries in the UK. I think we've spoken about this before, but £1 in every 3 that is spent in the pub goes straight to the taxman. 40% of brewery turnover goes straight to the taxman. And it's getting to the point where it's difficult to sort of quantify what is the straw that breaks the camel's back, but we need to see real action from the government and real support.
You don't get the sense that they care about pubs, though, do you?
Well, we were the only cut in the budget. We were the only cut in Labour's first budget. So I think that there has been nods to the sector. And while we're appreciative of that, and I think that's because of the huge social value, it's not helping with operating costs. Margins are so tight, and that's why we're seeing last orders being called for the last time across the country at increasing rates, because it's no longer becoming profitable to run a pub. There's only so much the customer will take when it comes to price increases. You and I know in London, the price of a pint sometimes breaks £10.
Yeah.
That's not sustainable. And so people will go and they'll go and drink at home, and these places, once they're lost, it's really, really difficult to bring them back.
I've noticed that as well, and of course the rates have gone up as well, which not everybody notices because we don't know. I mean, we'll know if the price of a drink goes up, we'll know that national insurance has gone up, but not everybody understands the relationship between pub landlords and how much sort of business rates they pay.
Yeah, business rates is a massive one, and that's really the killer when it comes to the frontline margins of a publican. So business rates is obviously a non-domestic building tax. It's a local tax. There was a 75% relief. That's now in the budget was brought down to 40%. It's all from COVID. And the thing is, we don't want sticking plaster politics or policies. We want permanent and meaningful reform, and that's what Labour has said they'll do, and we're working with them closely to try and achieve that. But so far there's not been enough detail, and that doesn't give businesses the security that they need to operate.
And so what exactly would you like to see them do? Because Rachel Reeves knocked a penny off the cost of a pint in last autumn's budget, but I mean that's really just a drop in the ocean, isn't it?
There's a drop in the ocean combined with all of the other costs, especially. Like I said, cost for the sector went up 850 million. So while that's a really symbolic and a symbolic change, and we're appreciative of that, it's like I said, it's not enough. So we're calling for meaningful business rates reform for the tax nerds amongst your viewers. That's looking at 20p at least in the pound as the multiplier minimum, and that's just to break even. But we're also calling for beer duty to be cut. We've obviously got the Euros on at the moment, and beer duty in the UK is 3 times higher than the European average, but it's 10 times higher than Spain and Germany. And that's a policy decision. It doesn't need to be that high. That's a government decision. If they brought that down, we'd see more pubs stay open, we'd see more pints being drunk, and we'd see less loneliness across the society.
Yeah, I mean, is it possible to give them a little graph and show them how that would work? Because I'm not sure they understand economics at all. Every time you get them to explain something, every policy they seemingly actually come up with doesn't really help, and if anything, it just hinders business.
Well, maybe we need to get you into number 10, Mike.
Well, I mean, I don't think they can afford me, to be honest, but, I mean, it's not a place of common sense to me. And it's, like I say, priority-wise, they just don't seem to care about hospitality at all.
Yeah, and hospitality it's as we know, it's sort of the litmus test for the rest of industry. It's where people go and spend their money when they have that little bit extra. So whether it's £10 at the end of the week, you want to go and get a fish and chips and a pint at the pub. It's where people go when they do have that disposable income. And part of these closures that we're seeing is it's not just the cost of doing business, but it's like a real shocking indictment for the cost of living for people country.
It really is, absolutely right. Good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed. Tara McLaughlin there from the British Pier and Pub Association. One pub a day likely to close between now and the end of the year, thanks to Rachel Thieves and her ridiculous policies on business rates, on national insurance going up, on the thresholds for national insurance actually coming down so that more people are caught up in it as well. And plus, just the price of a pint going up and up and up. Absolutely extraordinary. I wonder, have we got a clip of somebody being kicked out of a pub?
Man is not allowed in my pub. No, Laura. I'm not going to physically hurt him. That man... Oi! That's assault. I am not bothering you. I am not bothering him. That man is not allowed in my pub. Get out of my pub. Go on. Calm yourself down. Get out of my pub. Calm down. Thank you.
There's nothing like it, is there? The memories of that was, of course, campaigning around the time of the election. Keir Starmer there wearing a mask, getting chucked out of a pub. Get out of my pub!